What's going on, MS Gymmers? How you guys doing? Welcome to the MS Gym. I was going to say good morning, good day, good afternoon, whatever day it is, right? My name's Trevor Wicken, and for those of you who are just joining, welcome. Awesome post put up by Ken Allen last night, just welcoming you all into the MS Gym. And if you are brand new and just seeing this, look for that welcome post. If you've been pretty much within like the last couple weeks or so, go to that welcome post and watch that video. If you're bouncing around and you're kind of like, you know, I see all these daily videos and I see, you know, Motivation Mondays and I see Misty Moments and I see all this other stuff and you're not real sure where to start, what to do, where to go to that video, right? It's a green post that says welcome. So look for that in the MS Gym and there's a link in there. Go through, hit that. Misty and I did a video basically walkthrough of how to get the most out of your MS Gym experience. And if you're still kind of, you know, struggling with where to go and what to do, go watch it. So today we roll on, okay? And we are on day 4 of this basic training for pelvic tilts. And today we're going to talk about pelvic tilting while seated, okay? So this one's a little bit different. It's going to be a lot smaller motion, and it's going to be more about preventing things than producing things, right? So Monday on our back, Tuesday on our side, and then yesterday while we were on our stomach, we were producing a pelvic tilt. I'm like super crooked here. There we go. We were producing a pelvic tilt, meaning we were really focusing on creating that pelvic tilt backwards. Today, what we're going to work on is preventing anterior fall while you sit. Because let's face it, when you're seated like this, okay, so obviously, you should be okay. All right, so when you're seated like this, I'm trying to get my belt in here so you can see it. When you're seated like this and you're in a chair, very few people on this planet actually sit like this all day, okay? I am pretty good at it, but I notice myself, especially after, you know, an hour, 2 hours of rocking it out on the computer, I get here, okay? Now, when you sit, what gets short? Your hip flexors get short, and your erector spinae gets short, okay? So these muscles get short. So you basically kind of end up sitting kind of like this. So you kind of forward, and then what happens to your upper body? You do this. So first, you have this anterior shift. So you get that anterior shift this way, and then you end up doing this, which is like horrendously bad on your spine, okay? What that does right there, that causes lumbar strain. This rounding causes thoracic strain, and then typically our head is forward, and that causes cervical strain, okay? So it's vitally important, right? As we sit, we want to prevent that from happening. And I wrote this in an email the other day about how I was at the coffee shop and I'm going to hold my hands up when I'm doing this so you can see, I literally found myself that, you know, I was kind of just chilling like this, or I noticed myself sitting kind of forward like this. The minute I pelvic tilted, okay, watch right here. The minute I pelvic tilted, watch my upper body when I do that. See the arch in my back like this? So if I pelvic tilt, my head, everything's like this. As I pelvic tilt, everything comes back over into alignment. So if I just prevent my ribs from falling forward like this and I get that back that way, then all of a sudden my head comes, like my chin slides back, my blades drop down, and I feel my abs gently pull in and I feel my pelvic floor gently push up. So ideally, this is what sitting position should be like. Now, if you are constantly in a chair and you are very chair dependent, this is really tough, okay? Because for years, you haven't had Trevor being like, yo man, sit up, yo man, pelvic tilt, yo man, slide your chin back, yo man, blades down, okay? You don't have me in your ear, so you literally have just gotten in the habit of just sitting like this with your back against that wheelie walker, or sitting at the front of your wheelie walker and leaning back like this and kind of getting this slumpy posture, all right? So this is tough. A lot of people in the Sitting Strong program are like, I still can't sit up straight. I still can't sit up straight. I still can't sit up straight. That's not really that surprising to me. Because what happens is that as you sit for a long time, this diaphragm gets tight, the pecs get tight, the front of the neck get tight, and we just sit like this. It just gets slump city. So we really need to get into releasing all that stuff. Okie dokie, smokes? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to release real quick the main drivers of dysfunction. Low back, diaphragm, base of your neck. Or I'm sorry, diaphragm, pecs, base of your neck. Okay? So what you're going to do in your chair, and I'll do this sometimes while I'm working, is you just want to get a big breath in and chill out. Okay? And then you're going to take your fists, you're going to put them behind you like this. And you're literally going to go from as high as you can. Okay, and some of you guys I know have rotator cuff issues and you have shoulder things. So do the best you can, all right? So even if it's just down here, okay, and just rub that out, do it. Okay, and it's not a super, super tough, hard motion. Okay, you're just getting those low back muscles chilled out. And you can go all the way down to your SI joints, so those bumps down here. Even rubbing those releases tension, releases neurological overactivity and overstimulus. Okay, so right in there in your SI joints, big deal. Like even on me right now, that's pretty tender. Okay, and then you go back up and right through here. So you just kind of work your way up. Okay, in and out, up and down, around and round, whatever. Okay, so find those spots and just work on that low back. Now, if you have a hard-backed chair, or you can lay down, a good thing to do is also, like we've been doing, getting that lacrosse ball and putting that thing right under your back right here. Okay. Now, number 2 is going to be the diaphragm and the obliques. Now, the diaphragm release is pretty tough when you're seated. Why? Well, when you sit up, your abs kick in, your deep core kicks in, regardless of whether you can feel it or not, it kicks in. And so it's really hard to kind of get in under the diaphragm. You guys have heard me, some of you, a lot of you have heard me talk about diaphragmatic release and getting rid of the MS hug. Well, that happens when it's better when you're lying on your belly. But if you're in a situation where you find yourself really slumpy like this, you just got to work it, right? Again, it doesn't take an astronomical amount of pressure to get that diaphragm release. You literally just have to find that rib. So find those ribs, so breathe out. Right there, and then you're gonna work your way down. And again, you're not gonna be able to get fully under the ribs, but just by working, you're not gonna be talking either. So just by working underneath that rib cage, that's gonna help you. And you want to go down all the way to the bottom of your ribs and maybe into your obliques, okay? Because these get smushed up too from sitting. So you can sit up tall, okay, up here, and you just stop talking, right? And then you just work on it, okay? So you're just breathing. And you're just working on getting underneath that diaphragm. Okay, like right there on me. So you're kind of going up and under. So kind of up and underneath. When you're not talking, it's a lot easier. And you just want to breathe kind of shallow so that you can get under there and work it, okay? So you're going to kind of just work down, and you might get down into the top of that iliac crest on that oblique, like right there. That is a spring break fiesta right there. Oh, that's a party spot. Okay, so get into that party spot and break it up. Okay, you can even drop one leg back a little bit to open that up even more. Kind of lean. And that's the thing, you guys. Like when you're sitting for a long time, you have got to stretch your trunk because everything's falling forward, right? So you can stretch to the side this way. You can kind of help yourself kind of go up and down. And I know that arches your back. But it's for the purposes of kind of opening up this diaphragm. It's not like you're leaning back. You're actually just lifting that thoracic cavity, right? So let's get to the other side. Oh, yeah, that feels good today, Trev. Way to go. And I notice myself leaning more to my left. I do. This side is always tight. And I notice myself when I'm sitting, I kind of lean over this way. Okay, we all have these habitual things that we don't think about. And once you start to think about them, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually do that. So drop it down this way, lean, get a little bit of rub in there, ooh, lean, get a little rub in there, lean, get a little rub in there, okay? All right, third spot, pecs, okay? So right up in this area through here, get in, excuse me, get into those pecs. So you want to get in that chest. So you can see what I'm doing. We're progressively releasing up the chain. So we got these anterior trunk muscles we're releasing and the posterior spinal muscles we're releasing. Okay? So if you release two muscles on the main two drivers on the front and then two main drivers of dysfunction on the back, guess what? You got a more even balanced body. And in order to sit upright, you've got to have a balanced muscles in the back, muscles in the front. So you don't want the muscles too tight in the back, in the front, pulling you forward, and you don't want the muscles of the low back and the cervical spine too tight, pushing you forward. All right? All right, switch sides. So get up in there. You can even go along that collarbone, whatever. Okay? This is all going to be tight. And again, like Karen says to a lot of people when she responds to people, when you're moderators, Karen Stenhouse, this is not a 30-second drill. This might be a 30-second example or demonstration within these videos, but 30 seconds a day ain't going to get rid of that spasticity or that dysfunction. You're going to have to do this multiple times a day. I guarantee you, you sit more than you stand. Just saying. So, well, most of you, I would say 90% of us sit more than we stand. I'm going to be on my feet for 10 hours today. But most of you sit all day. And so you should be working on this stuff and you have an opportunity to do this all day, okay? And then base of the skull. So we're right on the base of that skull this way. So we're right up in here, massaging that neck out. Why? Because we need to be able to slide our head back. So our exercise today is going to be more of what's called an isometric rather than what's called concentric, which is force producing. We're going to do an isometric, which is force maintaining or force holding. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, we ready? All right, so it's still butts, guts, and blades. Now, the butts part of things is literally going to just be a subtle pelvic tilt. So when you do this, okay, and you're in here, I'm going to hold my hands up for a sec because I know you don't need to do that, but your hands up are like this. Everything's going to want to be sitting forward and probably slumping this way. So you're going to have a forward shift of your trunk, and then you're going to have a slump down of your upper body. Okay, that's a typical seated position. This looks pretty normal, doesn't it? Yeah. So what I want you to do, we're actually going to start with head first and then go down. Okay? So it's going to go chin, blades, gut, pelvis, or butt, because this does work your butt. Anytime you go into an extension like this, okay, you're going to be using your glutes. Now, here's the disclaimer. When I have you pelvic tilt, it's not this. Like, you don't want to sit like that. Look what it does to my neck and my back. That's horrible posture. So it's very subtle. So most of us are here and here. So we're going to go chin in, blades back, abs in. Now look what I'm doing. I'm sitting forward, and then all I do is just a subtle pelvic tilt, and it pulls me back. That's it. And then we're going to sit tall and just hold that. Now, for those of you in a chair, you guys can use your arm rest a little bit on this, and that's cool. Now, up here, well, you can still use it, because you can just come underneath them, right? You just come underneath them. So use your arm rest the best you can, but don't depend on them, and don't just sink into them either, okay? All right, we ready? All right, so here we go. We're in bad position here. So take your chin, pull back. Take your shoulder blades, open up. So you just kind of slide your hands back, okay? So blades go back and down, pull your chin back. Now, I want you to pull your abs in, and then I want you to just lightly pelvic tilt. You basically move your body, think about moving it over these hip joints. So if your ear, your shoulder, your rib, and your hip are all in alignment here, like this, then you're money. Okay? So that's all you got to do is just move your body back, and you do that, and you will pelvic tilt. So watch this right here. So as I do this, it's coming back. As I do this, it's coming back. Okay? So we're going to do 5 of those, but we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So what we're going to do as we do this, so we go chin, blade, ab, pelvis, and we're going to hold that. And then I don't like to teach bad postures, but then we're going to kind of let it go. Chin, blade, ab, pelvis. And we're going to sit up that way. Okay? And then as we come back in that position, I want you to try and sit up tall without arching your back. Okay, here we go. So it's chin, blade, ab, pelvis. Now our goal is to get us right over, we're going to be on our sit bones, okay, right over on top of ourselves in alignment. Okay, here we go. So don't go super slumpy on me, okay, but right here, okay. So chin, blades, abs, and then pelvis. Pull it back and then gently push up through the top of your head without losing that pelvic tilt. So you don't want to push up too tall and then you're going to fall again. So you just want to prevent yourself from falling forward. That's the key. Prevent yourself from falling forward, okay? We got about 3, 2, and 1. And kind of let yourself fall, okay? Ready? Chin, blades, abs, pelvis. And just hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. See, I can feel this here. 2, so I'm engaged. 1, and relax, and let it fall, okay? So you're gonna, most people would get into that slumpy position, okay? If you need to over-exaggerate it so you feel it, do it, okay? Just don't hurt your back. Okay, ready? Chin, blades, abs, watch this, pelvis, and I pull back, 10, right here. 9, I should feel tension right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let it fall. Ready? Chin, blades, so get your elbows back and your hands on your legs, abs, pelvis, and find that pelvic tilt, real subtle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it slump. I'm going to hold my hands up on this one, so guys, really watch my pelvis if you're kind of having a hard time. Ready? And chin, blades, abs, pelvis. See, watch there. Watch my pelvis. Boom, I just pull. Boom, I pull. See that? Right there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it slump. Okay? Abs are in. I'm sorry. Chin is back. Blades are in. Blades down. Abs in. And watch. Ready? Slide that pelvis right there. Okay? Again, watch. Slide that pelvis right there. Again, slide that pelvis. Boom. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, cool. So that's how we roll on this. So it's not a lot because I don't want to overload your brain. I also don't want to exhaust you. But while you are sitting, okay, I need you to commit to me that about every hour you're doing this. Okay? So you can either just do 5 reps where you go chin, blade, abs, pelvis, or you can go chin, abs, blade, or chin, blade, abs, and get back. And then you can focus on, watch right here, you can focus on just pulling back and then letting it come forward. So your blades are still down, abs are still in, chin is engaged, but then you're just working on that pelvis. It's not a hard tilt, you guys. It's very subtle, so you can see that. It's very subtle, and come back. It's very subtle, and come back. See that? It's very subtle. Right there, last one. Very subtle. So there's 2 options there. So if you're struggling to sit up, get just the isometric. If you need to use your armrest, use your armrest, but get up. And if you're doing okay and you can sit up all right, then work on that chin in, blades down, abs in, solid structure, and then just work on pulling that pelvis back. Pulling that pelvis back. See, my upper body's not moving, and I'm just pelvic tilting that way. Okay? It will make a lot of difference. All right? So, this is a big deal. This isn't like, oh, cool, that's nice, Trev, and you skim past this. If you are seated in a chair, if you are working out in a chair, if you're doing the Sitting Strong program, the people that are getting the best results are the ones that get this pelvic tilt down. I'm telling you straight up. Okay? And I break down that pelvic tilt pretty good. in there, and I'm going to continue to do so in the membership. Like, it's just made that way. So if you need more instruction and you need more training and you're like, dude, I just want to get this. I'm in a chair. I want to figure out how to work out. I'm going to tell you straight up, like, we're going to move on next week. We're not going to do a bunch of chair stuff. So if you want daily exercises and you want to know how to work out in a chair, you need Sitting Strong. And that's in the membership. Okay? So go to themsgym.com. Check out all the details. It's like $1 a day. Get in there, hit up Sitting Strong, and go. Like, there are people's lives that are literally changing left and right in that program. And the ones that are struggling are the ones who the ones that are struggling are the ones whose brains are just super locked into that anterior tilt. And so once we get that posterior tilt to go, their whole world opens up, okay? So this is a big deal. And most of us, like, even if we're not chair dependent, okay, that we sit a lot. Whether you're sitting on a computer, you're watching TV, you're driving, you're doing your thing. And like, you sit more with MS because you get tired. So why not use that opportunity as an active rest? And as you sit for, every 30 minutes to 45 minutes, just sit up and focus 5 times on really getting into perfect position. Just 1. Focus 5 times on just getting into perfect position. 2. You do that 5 times an hour, you guys. That's what I'm doing at the coffee shop. I've noticed my back pain decrease significantly. And my neck pain decreased significantly. So once an hour, every half hour, every 60 minutes, whatever it is, you got to practice this stuff. All right? So I'm trying to give you guys tools to change your life. I'm trying to give you guys tools that are the small yet highly, highly powerful exercises that are going to change the way that your body moves, not just get you more in shape. That will be coming. There's different stuff coming up. But these exercises are super duper key, which is why they're in basic training. Okay? So, practice your stuff. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to comment, comments away. I know some of you guys are commenting already, so thank you. And yeah, check out Misty moment yesterday. It was good. My Motivation Monday on Monday was pretty powerful. There's a lot of people coming in. Misty's was a great compliment to what I just said on Monday. And then check out the post by Ken that he put up. If you have not watched a welcome video and you're kind of lost in this group, go and watch that video, all right? And again, if you're ready to take it up a notch and you're ready to join those people that are literally typing into me every day saying, oh my gosh, I feel better. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting up stronger. Oh my gosh, I took my armrest off. Oh my gosh, I'm not collapsing. Sitting Strong is for you. So go to the MS Gym, themsgym.com. Check it out. Come join us. Come play. All right? You guys are doing awesome. Have a great day. Tomorrow, guess what's coming next? We went on our back, on our side, on our stomach, in a chair. What's next? Standing and walking. So for all of you people who are wanting to know how to pelvic tilt while you walk and while you stand, tomorrow's your day. All right, I'll see you guys then. Have an awesome one.